The thing is, every time that I sacrifice my needs for my partner, I felt so amazing. I was like, I'm the best person in this relationship because I'm choosing to put myself last. I am doing good. I'm doing a great job. And it started to not work. I felt bad. I didn't like the relationship. I was blaming the other person because this is what we all learned. This is you, man or woman, gender neutral. Okay. Now you've got friends. Let's say here's your spouse, here's your kids, theoretically. Here's your friends. This is your church or something. Your work. Okay. What most of us were taught was this performance. The reason our parents and the people around us taught us to be good women and good men and like conform to that is because that's the only way they got attachment. And we were taught how to get attachment instead of connection because you cannot have connection without authenticity. But sometimes when you be authentic, people reject you. So perform, that's safer. Do, give, right? So you give to your spouse, you give to your kids, you give there, you give there. And at first you're like, these are the weirdest arrows of all time. Let's give a little better. But at first you're like, look how amazing I am. Because that's a lot of out. And at some point you start to resent everybody because for the love of God, I'm doing all the things. A lot of us were taught emotional bank accounts, essentially. So you're like, here's the list of things I have given you. Give, 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 give. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I just want love. I did this on some level for love. I'm not getting it back. I need to get it a little bit back. So then we got their list. They start to get back. And you're like, oh, thank God. They're actually giving me back some love. That's fabulous. Yay. Getting a little list of their own down here. And pretty soon you go, oh shit, they're giving me more. Oh no, now I have to give more because I better make sure I give more than them. And you know what? They probably don't feel like they gave me as much as I feel like I've given them. So I better double down my efforts to make sure they know I'm giving more than them so that they'll stay in my life. So then we continue. I continue sacrificing my own feelings, sacrificing my own needs, sacrificing my own wants, not telling you what I feel or what I need or what I want because why would I do that? I don't want to lose you. So these arrows get bigger and bigger. I do more, I give more, I move your air conditioner for you. Whatever. Every time you give to me, I give more. You give me more. Now I start to resent you for giving to me. Because if you give to me, God damn it, now I have to do more. If you have a problem around me, no, now I have to fix the problem. I'm already empty. This is the attachment framework. This is where I see people come into my office being like, nothing's working. When I do the good things, it doesn't work. When I do the bad things, it doesn't work. There's no winning in this. Yeah, wrong framework. Okay, this is my favorite. Okay, the problem with this is that I resent you to the level that I sacrifice myself for you. So, what's the difference between sacrificing and giving? This is all so I can get connection, so I can get attachment. It's in pursuit, and it's not working. I'm tired, and I'm exhausted, and I'm empty, and it feels like if I stop, I lose everyone and everything. Why would they even be around me? If I don't keep prioritizing your emotions, prioritizing your needs, I lose everyone. So, what's the alternative? This is the gorgeous alternative, authentic connection. This is the difference between sacrificing and giving. It's I give from an overflow, right? When you're feeling shitty, you treat people shitty. When you feel loving, you treat people full of love. It comes from this overflow of love, and I give to you. But I'm not doing it to earn anything back. I just happen to feel loving, and I really love you. And then you are giving to me like this. But it's synergistic. It's what humans were meant to do. Feels like literal magic when you figure out how to do this because it does not drain you to sit on the couch and emotionally attune because there is no job. Your job isn't to fix their problem, to give them advice, to make them feel better. It's just to lovingly witness them. The hard work of that is letting go all of the things you think you're supposed to do in order to earn the right to connect with them. That's what the hard work is. The work is not in the changing, it's in the accepting. And the more you do that, the more synergistic you gain energy from your relationships. this. Okay, I did do that deliberately a little. These all become synergistic. So you get excited to lay down on the couch with your partner, to hang out with your kids because you're not advising them, you're not fixing them, you're not solving them. If everywhere you go, their feelings are no longer your failure. They're frustrated. Great. That doesn't mean you failed. It means they're frustrated. They're annoyed. Great. It doesn't mean you're annoying. It means they're in a state that they're going to be annoyed. This is the end of the day. You fall on the couch and you go, God, I'm so pissy right now. And your partner goes, me too. That's it. Maybe you talk about it. Maybe you go, yeah, it makes so much sense. I mean, this is the thing we teach in Repair Lab, in Open Gym. This is the thing that we are radically trying like to spread across the earth because it's so freeing. You get to have differences and be loved for them. You get to be loved for, I'm happy, you're mad. All right. Cool. Of course you are. I hear that you're feeling upset. That makes sense to me because of this. What else am I missing? I hear that you're feeling really happy. That makes sense to me because of this. What else am I missing? That is actively choosing. I'm just going to lovingly witness you instead of try to change you. I'm not going to try to change your feeling. I'm not going to try to convince you to have a different feeling. You are allowed to feel exactly what you feel for the love of God. It's there for a good reason. And if I have the capacity to be curious at all, I want to be curious about the good reason behind your feeling, not how do we get rid of it? That's connection. That's synergistic. That's fueling. That's electrifying. That is the difference between trying to be a good man and a good woman and just being you.